Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're going to do a slightly longer reading today because I'm going to use not just a pick a card but also a pick a gnome because I know a lot of you really enjoy that. So for those of you that didn't see my most recent video and are wondering why the background has changed, I just moved to Russia from Germany, so that's why I've got a different background. I think it looks nice though, still. So yeah, today I went to the supermarket and I found these really cute candles, which I've put on our piles today. There was loads of funny little candles like that in the shops. I think they were left over from Orthodox Christmas, because that's actually in January. So I just thought they were really sweet. And thought I'd put them on our piles today. But whenever I buy cute candles like this, I never want to light them because I don't want to ruin the little figure that you've got. So I don't know. Maybe I won't light the little mouse candles. We'll see. So yeah, today's question is, what should you focus on right now? And I did kind of do a video like this. It's one of my earlier videos, and it's called What Now? That was mainly for people who've just gone through a difficult time or like a breakup or something. But it's been a little while since I posted that video, so this is for everyone in general. Like, you don't have to be going through a tough time. This is just what should you focus on right now. But if you want to go and check out that video, I'll put the link in the description box for you because it might give you some answers, and it will be interesting actually if it kind of matches up with what this reading is saying. So we've got 3 piles today. Pile number 1 is this cherry scented candle. Pile number 2 is this mouse in this little glittery pine cone. And pile number 3 is this mouse with like a present sack. And they're all candles. So take as much time as you need, pause the video if you need to, and take a few deep breaths, really focus on your question, what should I focus on right now? And choose whichever pile you're most drawn towards. And then I also want you to pick one of my gnomes in the background. So I'll call them A, B, C, and D in the timestamps, which I'll leave in the description box and the comments, just so you don't get confused between 1, 2, 3, A, B, and C. So this is Gismund, Gnome A. This is Gunvald, Gnome B. This is Geir, Gnome C. And this is Gjord, Gnome D. And it turns out actually that I live next door to a shop that sells tarot cards here, so that was completely unplanned. But today I went there just for a look around because I couldn't believe that I was living literally next door to this place. And I bought this, which I've been wanting for a very long time now, Tarot of the Gnomes, Tarot Gnome of. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm using this in the gnome readings for you. So that was completely unexpected. And I was able to buy that because of the lovely support that I've got on Patreon. I'm being supported there by a lovely lady at the moment, but if any of you would like to go and head over to my Patreon page to help me buy more decks and props for my channel, like these candles today, then please do. Anything that you can give to support this channel will be really, really appreciated. It's just such a lovely feeling to know that someone has that amount of confidence in my channel that they want to support me like that. I also got this deck, which is an original Russian deck, Sovieti Lososya, Advice from a Salmon. I just thought it was interesting, really cute. So that's also being used in the gnome piles. And if you want a private reading, to book a private reading with me, then just go to my Etsy page. The link to that is in the description box below, to get more clarity on your specific situation, because this is a general reading. So it may not resonate entirely with you, and that's okay. because this has got to reach a lot of people. But if you would like a private reading, then do check out my Etsy shop. And if you want to donate something to the channel without becoming a patron, although there are a ton of really cool rewards over on my Patreon page, such as being entered into a monthly prize draw to win a reading with me, as well as exclusive videos, exclusive posts, all that kind of fun stuff. Then there is a link to my PayPal account in the description box as well. Any little donation or tip that you want to leave me is really, really appreciated. So take as much time as you need to, pick your card pile and pick your gnome, and you'll find the links in the description box and in the comments section below, so you can jump to them easily. And I'll get started with pile number 1. Hey pile number 1, if you chose this lovely cherry scented candle, then this is your reading. Well, the first part of your reading, so welcome. And we're going to look at what you should be focusing on right now. So we're going to do your tarot cards, and then we'll do your charms, your oracle cards before that as well. So we'll just put those to one side. So what should you be focusing on, group number 1? You've got the 9 of Fire, Queen of Fire, the Lovers in the center of your tarot reading, Justice, and the Moon. Okay, so obviously what's in the center of your reading is the Lovers, so there's certainly some kind of love connection to what you're asking about. So it may be that you want to just find love in general, and if that's the case, you should be focusing on that now. You should be putting your conscious awareness into that, into attracting love into your life and going out looking for love, putting yourself out there for dates. But this could also be about a situation concerning a particular person who is a romantic interest for you. So not necessarily saying that you're going to be with this person or whatever, but it's like it's sorting out a situation with someone that you're already in a kind of relationship or situationship with, because you have the Justice card right next to it, and that's about making a decision and coming to a fair decision. So there's some decision that you need to come to, group number 1. It's not necessarily about love, because there are other cards in your reading as well, but it did come out next to the Lovers card. So I do read the cards when they come out next to each other as being kind of related. So the Justice card is about making a fair and balanced decision, not being overly emotional or overly logical, just doing what you know intuitively is right and standing by that, standing by the decision that you've made. And you've got the Moon, which is all about anxieties, worries, everything that's hidden from view. The Sun is about everything that's visible and out in the open, but the Moon is things that are hidden. So what I would say with this is, if you are experiencing worries, doubts, fears, anxieties, then you should be focusing on dealing with those and recovering from those. If not, then this is about spirituality and psychic abilities. So if that's something that you're interested in, and you're trying to hone that or develop, improve your psychic abilities or your spirituality, then that's saying that this is a good time to be focusing on that. And you've got Gemini energy, Libra energy, and Pisces energy here as well, Sun, Moon, or rising sign. And then you've got the 9 of Fire. So the 9 of Fire is about sticking with something, even if it feels like a battle. Even though you feel you want to give up, don't give up, because if you just keep pushing that little bit further, you'll see that light at the end of the tunnel. It's not in sight yet, but it is coming into view. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, just keep going that little bit longer. I know it's exhausting mentally, physically, emotionally, but just keep going that little bit longer. And you also have the Queen of Fire. Now, the Queen of Fire is about being confident. It's about having that power, being in your personal power. It's also about creativity. So if you're a creative person, then this is saying this is the time to express yourself creatively. That's not necessarily through painting or writing or anything like that. It could be through dancing, fashion, singing, that kind of thing. Just however you choose to express yourself in a creative sense, then that's what the Queen of Fire is saying you should be doing. It's also saying to surround yourself with people. The Queen of Fire is very confident and magnetic. She attracts a lot of people to her, and this did come out next to the Lovers. Again, I said that I read cards often next to each other. So this would be saying kind of surround yourself with people who are romantic options for you. If you put yourself out there, you might find yourself attracting a lot of people unexpectedly. Okay, so let's look at your other cards now. You have a Oracle of the Mermaid cards, the Oracle of the Mermaids card, and that is falling in love. Okay, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. So love is definitely a theme for you here. I don't know if you've been looking for love, if that's something that you're wanting to do, or if you have a particular person on your mind, but it's saying that you should be definitely focusing on improving or expanding your love life, because it's a good time for you to do that now. And your Moonology cards, a win-win outcome is forecast, and that's also Libra, like the Justice card, full moon in Libra. You and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. And these are both also kind of saying romantic energy to me. A win-win outcome is forecast means that if you're having a difficult time with someone or disagreements with someone, then there is an outcome available that benefits both of you. So you don't need to worry about that. That will take care of itself as time goes on. And there is a very balanced feeling to this reading, because the Lovers and Justice are both very balanced as well. And this card, you and your loved ones are safe. It can be about starting a new relationship because it's new moon in Cancer, and Cancer is a very emotional sign. And in general, it's just saying if you're worried about family members, friends, that kind of thing, then they are safe and protected right now. And your Sacred Traveler Oracle card is Answering the Call, the Time is Now. I love this card. So this is saying that something is really the time right now. There's something to do with divine timing and things coming together right now. You're being called to do something, whether you realize consciously or not. Maybe the call is the fact that you're watching this reading right now. And it's saying go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let self-doubt or low self-esteem or worries, the moon here, this is everything that holds us back from doing things, our subconscious mind. Just forge ahead, keep going, the time is now. Answer that call. This door has been opened for you. There's this beautiful forest waiting out there for you, this lovely stag, which to me can represent a divine masculine. If you're a feminine, it can represent a divine masculine waiting for you. It's saying the time is now. Walk through that door. Don't just stand there looking at it, wondering if it's the door for you. Yes, go through it. You won't regret it. So now I have these Angelskär Klíče cards for you. These are little Czech cards that I picked up in Prague. And I only wanted 1 or 2, but you got 4. So I guess they have a lot to say to you. So you've got Zaujmí své místo v životě, and that's take up your place in life. And that is very much like this Answering the Call card. You see, there's this light shining on this person. It's this person's time to shine. And it's the same with you here. This door has been flung open for you, and the time is now. You're ready to do whatever it is that you are wanting or hoping to do, or that you're feeling called to do. Maybe something that you've been delaying or putting off, but you're ready for it now. You also have Požádej a bude ti dáno, which is ask and you shall receive. So that's very positive as well. The universe is really surrounding and supporting you right now. Vede tě šťastná hvězda. You are being guided by a lucky star. So that's really, really nice as well. You see this angel is holding on to this, I guess, balloon that is in the shape of a star. And that is like, you're being guided by this beautiful star. If you just need to follow your guidance, because it's like saying you're being called, guided to do something. You need to follow that, because it's going to lead to happiness and success for you. And your last card is Komunikuj s úctou. So communicate with respect. And again, this is a very balanced feeling. You got the Lovers and Justice. You got this win-win outcome is forecast, falling in love. So this communicate with respect. It's saying that there's someone in your life that you need to be on the same page as. And in general, not just this particular person that you're thinking of, but in general, make sure that you're watching your words with people, that you're not saying things to put them down, even if you're not doing that deliberately. It's interesting as well that in these cards that you've got, they're all the same colours. So there's a green angel, and these are both a purple angel, and then together it's this green and purple angel who are talking. I really love that imagery. That's really, really nice. So it's like there is a special person in your life right now. So I'm going to pull you some charms, and then you need to go and pick your gnome, group number 1. So what does group number 1 need to focus on right now? Okay, quite a lot of charms. So you have mature man here. So there could be an older man in your life. This is also about a man having sensible emotions. I'm just going to move that up a little bit. You've also got the watering can, which is about nurturing something or a relationship. You've got B and Y and Q as your initials. So that could be a first name, surname, or place in relation to your question. And you've got 2 angels here, both of these wooden angels, which is about angelic guidance, but it's interesting how they're kind of near these 2 angels that are talking. It's like that balanced feeling again. You have change in mindset here, so change the way you're thinking. You've got the attachment charm, hope, and a solution to a problem. And it's interesting that it's landed on this card because it's like this door has been unlocked for you, and you're walking straight in. Oh, you've actually got 2 keys on this card. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, this door has been unlocked for you and you're just walking into this new opportunity. You've also got a rocking horse, and this for me has more than one meaning. It can be about going back and forth in a situation, so like not feeling like you're getting anywhere. It can also be about childhood, so childhood issues, childhood traumas, childhood memories coming back to you, good or bad. And you've got this lobster claw, which is about not wanting to let go. And interestingly, that's landed on the Cancer card, and you know, crabs have these claws as well. So that's interesting. There's something or someone that you don't want to let go of. Maybe walking through this door demands that you let go of something that's no longer serving you, and that's what's holding you back. But you have the skull here. And the skull is about releasing things that aren't good for you anymore. It's about letting go of that which is kind of metaphorically dead in your life because it's not providing you with any more benefit. It's just like a gaping hole in your life and in your energy field. And you have this hand which is about protection from negative energies. You've actually got 2 because I can see that one there as well. And you've got the dragon. This could represent someone who is born in the Chinese Year of the Dragon, but it's also about something being very significant to you, something or someone. And you have the skeleton here. Now this is interesting because, you know, I said that the rocking horse is about things coming back up from your past. Well, the skeleton is like skeletons in the closet. Negative or shameful things from your past that are coming back up to the surface. You have luck and finances here with this jade ball. Stability and growth with this little tree. This muffin means treat yourself. You've got hope here with this little star that's winking. And I like that it's on the falling in love card. It's like saying, even if you don't believe it, this is going to happen for you. So have hope, don't worry. And you have the vine. The vine is about continuation and endurance. And that was partly on the 9 of fire. And that's exactly what the 9 of fire is about, keeping going. Having that warrior energy. You've also got best friend, so this might relate to a best friend in your life or a really close friend. The manta ray is about going with the flow, listening to your intuition, doing what you're guided to do and nothing else, like not acting rashly, just feeling where you're being pulled. The gun is about negative emotions like anger, resentment, guilt, blame. And if that's landed on the moon, then that's affecting your subconscious right now. So you might not be aware of it, but it's there. And you have the tennis rackets, which is competition, competitiveness. And the hockey sticks, which is teamwork. Weirdly, I think of them as being opposites, but they almost always come out together in a reading, which I find odd, because I would expect to have one or the other, but they nearly always come out together. You also have helpful person, so that could be this best friend figure. Inner wisdom. You've got luck here. This is a shamrock. You could also be Irish or have like some kind of Irish connection. Someone that's got to do with this situation could have an Irish name or surname or Irish family history. There's also the Deathly Hallows here, so this makes me think of more than one thing. Like, firstly, you might just really like Harry Potter. Secondly, this is about something that's very eternal in a way. There's something about this situation that is very long lasting, and it's survived a lot of things that you wouldn't have expected it to survive. Something about this connection or this situation. It may be that, because I'm definitely sensing there's some kind of relationship here. I'm feeling that maybe you've stuck with this person through thick and thin, maybe when people didn't expect you to stay with them anymore, and now you've got this decision to make. There's a new door opening up for you. You've also got the scissors, which is about cutting things out of your life. You have eternal love, so yeah, like I said, there's something eternal here. Love is all around with the hummingbird, like love is in the air. Being guided, this reindeer. Fixing something with this wrench. You've also got changing your course, like changing what you're doing, changing the path that you're headed on. And you have protection and faith with this cross. So an interesting reading for you, group number 1. And remember, this is just part 1. You now need to go and pick a gnome if you haven't already, because that's going to give you like some more information just to make this reading a bit more personalized. So I hope this was helpful for you. Do let me know in the comments below if it was. Leave me a like so that I know you enjoyed this reading, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you get notified whenever I release a new video. It does seem to me that there's some kind of relationship that's involved that's really heavily affecting your life at the moment. It could just be that you want a relationship, but I think for most of you it's going to be this is already a relationship that exists, and you've got a decision to make about what to do. So hopefully the second part of your reading will give you more clarity. But let me know in the comments below, and feel free to suggest a reading if you want to in the description, not in the description box, in the comments below. Leave me a comment with a reading that you'd like to see me do, and I could add it to my list. Okay, so I'll see you now in your gnome section, group number 1. Hey there everyone who picked pile number 2 with this mouse candle in this little glittery pine cone. This reading is for you. So this is the first part of your reading. You will still have to go and pick a gnome, because a few people said that they really like this kind of layered reading because it makes it more personal for you. So let's see what you should focus on right now. We'll do your tarot cards, then your oracle cards, and then your charms. So you've got 6 of earth, 8 of water, the star, And the 7 of air. Okay, so the star is Aquarius energy, sun, moon, or rising. That could be relevant for you, but if it's not, that's fine. Don't get too hung up about the signs that come through. So what I'm seeing over here is that you've been through a difficult time. I get the feeling that you've been betrayed or let down by someone, or you've just been really disappointed recently. Because the 7 of air is about betrayal. It can be about theft as well. But in general, it's just someone kind of keeping secrets from you, not telling you something, lying to you, going behind your back in a way. Feeling that someone's not being straight with you, or that some credit has been taken from you. That kind of thing, that kind of underhand behavior. And the 8 of water is about being emotionally really overwhelmed. It's about wanting to move away from things and focus on you, because the situation, whatever it is for you, has really taken up so much of your energy that you just can't cope with it anymore. And you just, as much as you might want to stay in this situation, for example, if it's a relationship where you really love the person, or you're really infatuated with the person, because you know that's not love as much as it might seem like it, you just feel the need to walk away because you're like, I can't deal with this anymore. So that might be in your past or your present energy, or it might be your near future. Obviously I have to read the cards that come out. I don't cherry pick my readings. I make sure that the cards that come out are what I have shuffled, and I just read them truthfully as I see them. But you have this beautiful star, which is about healing, and I see you coming out into a much more positive time. Group number 2, I see you rediscovering hope and faith and being put on the right path. You feel guided to do certain things, and this is like this beautiful journey of healing and recovery that I see you being on, and that's really, really wonderful. Angels are definitely here for you. And spirit guides, possibly I'm also hearing passed over loved ones are surrounding you right now. So if that was something you were hoping to hear, then that's definitely your message. And 6 of earth, this is about giving to others. It can be about volunteering. It can be about giving your time to help out a friend. It can be about giving money even to a good cause, or loaning it to someone who needs it. So someone could be helping you out in this time. It could also mean that you would benefit right now from doing something that gives back to others, to kind of take that focus away from your own struggles, your own troubles. Not necessarily donating money through charity, but it could be giving some of your time to go and help out at a food bank or a soup kitchen, something like that. It could be watching your friend's children so that she can go out and have a nice time. It could be helping to tutor or counsel one of your friends who needs your help, that kind of thing. Because when we give, we also receive. When we kind of energetically put that loving, helpful, altruistic energy out into the universe, we get rewards back. We're not doing this to get these rewards, but they come back to us anyway, and that's really, really positive. So let's see what else we've got. I am getting the feeling that you've been through a tough time, but maybe these cards will give us some more insight into that. I'm not sure. Okay, divine sensuality, making love erotica. So I love this card. It's so gorgeous, really beautiful. I love how these, what are they, these webs on her hands look like gloves. They're so beautiful. So this is obviously a card of sexuality and sensuality. What I'm getting from this card actually is love your body. So you may have been going through a period where you've been feeling quite disengaged from your body, like you don't feel it's as good as it could be or should be, or it doesn't match up to other people's impressions of beauty or health or what's right and all of this. And this is about loving your body. It's also about generally just enjoying your time. Obviously it's a very sexual card, but what I'm getting from this actually in this reading is like taking care of yourself, like looking after yourself, and just doing things that you enjoy, not necessarily in a sexual way, but just in general. It's like moving your focus away from others and bringing it back to you and what you want to do, what you enjoy, what your life goals are. That's what I'm seeing here. Of course, for some of you, it could be about sexual exploration, but I don't think this card is telling you to just go out and like have one night stands. I don't get that from this card at all. I'm getting this move to loving yourself and really doing things that are right for you. So let's look at your Moonology cards now. You've got a time for healing. Yeah, like I said, you're going through some healing. And that might be related to your body image, or that might just be a part of this whole thing. And show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius energy twice, the star and this card. And yeah, show the world the real you. It's like, get out and do the things that you enjoy and let people see you having fun. Let people see you shining and being in your true power, like the star that you are. And it's saying, don't let anyone take that power away from you. Don't let anyone say how you should look or what you should enjoy doing or what you should wear, where you should go. It's about making the choices that are right for you, doing things that you enjoy. So show the world the real you. Don't hide away anymore, because if you hide away behind a mask, or just in general, if you're not putting yourself out there, then you're not letting the world see this beautiful star that you are. You're kind of dampening your own light by doing that. So this is your Sacred Traveler Oracle card. You've got joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. This is what I was saying. You need to be doing things that you enjoy, group number 2. This is a beautiful card. I'm so pleased this card came out for you. Seriously, this is really positive omens coming for you. And this is your Angelska Klíče card. These are little Czech cards that I picked up in Prague. Jsi svobodný. You are free. See, this is a very simple reading, actually. It's just saying, like, you are your own person. No one dictates what you do or where you go or what you like. You're free. If you've just ended a relationship or a situationship or an infatuation, good for you, because you're coming into your own power now. You're moving away from putting all of your hopes and dreams on another person, and you're putting them now on you. Your faith is in yourself, and you're free to do whatever you like with your life. So let's pull some charms for you now, group number 2. So group 2, what do you need to focus on right now? Okay, quite a few charms have come out. So interesting, you've got this birdcage, which is about feeling trapped, and it's landed on the card that's telling you you're free. I mean, isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful message. And you've got the cartouche. This is about being divinely protected throughout your life and after your life. You are protected in your life and in the afterlife or reincarnation, whatever you believe in. You are always going to be protected, and that is beautiful. From all negative energies, from all negative entities as well, you are protected. You have the apple, which is about health, healthy. I feel like you're healing. I feel like you're going through a period of healing. And it may be actually that you're trying to get into a more healthy regime or diet. So maybe going to the gym, going for walks, eating more healthily, eating more fruit and veg, drinking more water rather than fizzy drinks or juice, or alcohol, that kind of thing, and feeling like you're making steps to be more healthy. But you should focus on the health aspect of it, not because it's going to improve your body in a socially acceptable way, just because it's going to make you more healthy. It's going to give you more energy and more vibrancy, and that's what you need to focus on, because that's going to be your motivation. You've also got Hermes or Mercury with this Caduceus. This is also about improved health, and you've probably seen this sign in doctors' practices, hospitals a lot, and on a lot of medical products, because it stands for health. You see it's like 2 snakes wrapped around this walking stick, and then there's wings. But it's the sign of the god Hermes or Mercury. And he is the god of communication. He's the messenger of the gods. So in the Greek and Roman pantheon. So that's saying that he's coming out to help you in this situation, and if you're open to working with him, you can. So you can call upon him and ask for his help and guidance. You can do that through meditation or through prayer or through just saying aloud that you're willing to work with him and you'd like his help. If you feel called to do that, then please do that. You have beauty here, so please know that you are beautiful. You have the crocodile, so like I said, betrayal, someone being deceptive, not having your best interests at heart. You need to move on from this person and move away from them. You've also got this elephant, which is about memories, it's about learning from past mistakes, and it's about clearing obstacles out of your path. And you have this pirate ship, which is about adventure. It can also be about illegal activity because it's a pirate ship. But if that doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, you can leave it. But it's about adventure and travel as well. You have the snowflake obsidian ball, which is about overcoming obstacles. You have the crab, which is Cancer energy, but it's also about being really in touch with your emotions. And also, the message I get from this crab is that sometimes people lash out. You know, crabs, if they feel threatened, they'll like snap at something, they'll grab something and like not let go. So that's just a warning against lashing out. And you have the Easter bunny, so something positive, a change happening for you in springtime or around Easter. This is also about surprises. And I like that that's come out, because if you're watching this when I'm filming this, which is early March, then we're in springtime already. So this is just, it's happening now for you. You've got new beginnings and potential with the acorn, and you've got something or someone returning to you with the swallow. The sunflower is like the sun card, so happiness, confidence, truth, standing in that light of truth. It's about victory and just general good times. Interestingly, you've also got Manannán Maclia, the Celtic sea god. This Triskelion is his symbol. And when this comes out in a reading, it's saying that he's also willing to work with you. So that's two gods that you have showing support for you in this reading and showing that they would like to work with you right now, that their energy is kind of surrounding you right now. So do take that on board. You have self-reflection with this mirror. And the fortress is about shutting yourself away. Maybe you've been shutting people out, or you've been literally not leaving the house for a long time, or you've just been feeling like you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to interact with people, you've been feeling isolated in that way, and it may be deliberate isolation. An anchor is about stability. You've got the olive branch, which is about reaching out to someone or someone reaching out to you. The beautiful Pegasus is about inspiration, creativity, and wonders coming into your life. And I love that that's here on the star card as well. You've also got the snowflake, which is about winter. Obviously, we're just coming out of winter now when I'm filming this. You've got the axe. This is about defensiveness, okay? So don't get defensive. It's warning you against that. You have celebration with this wine glass, bubbly glass, that kind of thing. You have Aries and ambitious, which is Capricorn. So that's two other energies here coming through. But yeah, ambitious, being ambitious, setting goals for yourself, deciding what you want to do, maybe focusing on your career or a particular project that you want to pull off. And that will help pull you out of this difficult time that you're having. You have protection with this angel wing. And you also have, with the pirate flag, the Jolly Roger, this is someone who is showing you or has shown you their true colours. And it means, for example, if someone has behaved in a way that didn't add up to how you thought they were with your opinion of them previously, this is saying that that's actually who they really are. And as sad as that is, if it's a negative thing, then you just need to accept that, because that is really who they are. And when someone shows you who they really are, you need to believe them. You've got quite a few initials up here. You've got N, K, C, and that's a W. Okay, so that could be a first name, surname, or place in relation to your situation. Interestingly, you've also got seduction here and allure with this little, I just know it reminds me of like a little Pokemon thing. But it's such a mysterious thing that I think of it as being like very seductive and alluring. And you have a key here, so you have a solution to your problem. And interestingly, there's also a Triskelion in this key. So, you know, that's Manannan MacLear's energy. So maybe it's saying that with him, you'll be able to find a solution. You have the star charm, so you've got the star charm and the star card. So lots of hope and faith and knowing that you're being guided and that you're on the right track. You also have this ram. So Aries has come through twice here. This is also about being stubborn. Don't be stubborn. You've got brave. So be brave. The pine cone is about the pineal gland. It's also about something being everlasting and eternal. The steering wheel is you changing your course, changing the path that you're going down, changing your direction in life. The Deathly Hallows, you might really like Harry Potter, but again, this is about something eternal, which is able to overcome spectacular obstacles. And you know, you've got overcoming obstacles here, so there's really a message of how strong you are going on here. Brave, eternal, all of this overcoming obstacles feeling. It's really, really wonderful. And you know, you've got the key as well about solutions. And lastly, you've got the snake. So this could be about someone who is born in the Chinese year of the snake, but it's also about someone, again, being kind of untrustworthy, someone being fully prepared to stab you in the back, like someone who is working entirely in their own interests, and perhaps you don't realize it, but they're venomous, like they're really determined to protect themselves and their own interests, and they're willing to just do whatever it takes to do that. So I hope this first part of your reading was helpful for you, group number 2. If it was, please let me know in the comments below, and please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you'll get notified when I release new videos. Now you need to go and pick a gnome if you haven't done that already, so the links to that will be in the description box and the comments section. If you haven't chosen one, go back to the introduction of this video. If you have, just jump to whichever one you chose, and that will give you a more personalized reading and hopefully some more in-depth answers, okay? So I'll see you in your gnome pile, group number 2. Hey everyone who picked group number 3 with this mouse or this little present sack. This is the first part of your reading, so welcome. We're going to find out what you need to be focusing on right now. So we'll do your tarot cards first, then your oracle cards, and then your charms. So let's see. I'm doing this with the gnomes thing, if you haven't watched a video like this that I've done before, because a few people have said that they really enjoy this kind of layered reading because it makes it more personal. So you've got 7 of Fire, Awakening, which is the Hanged Man, by the way, Knight of Fire, and Page of Fire. Okay, so a lot of fire energy going on here. So you could be a fire sign, sun, moon, or rising, but you don't have to be, that's totally fine. So 7 of Fire, this is about setting down firm boundaries and defending those. It's about saying what you want, expressing what you need, and not budging on that. Really not letting people take advantage of you, not letting people walk all over you. Really being firm with the boundaries. I don't know whether this is relating to a specific person for you or just people in general, or whether there's an area of your life that you need to set boundaries in, but that's coming across strongly at the start of your reading. Then you have Awakening, which is the Hanged Man. So this is about looking at things from a different perspective. It's about taking time out to be introspective, to be thinking about a certain topic in your life, or just in general thinking about what you want from life, thinking about the way you view things. Because you see the Hanged Man, he's hanging by his foot, not by his neck. He's hanging upside down to see the world from a different perspective and to gain new wisdom. So, you know, when you change the way you look at things, it really changes the way you see the world and the way you act. So that's what that's saying for you, just changing your perspective on something. And holding fire from doing things, because then you've got the Knight of Fire, which is about rushing into things. So it's saying, with the Hangman and then the Knight of Fire, I'm getting the feeling of don't rush. Please make sure that you don't rush into things and end up doing things wrong or making decisions on a whim that then don't reflect what you really want or don't work out for you. The Knight of Fire is to be praised because of how he just jumps straight into things, but he can also be reckless because of that. So just be aware of that. And because he jumps straight into things as well, with all his passion and enthusiasm at the beginning, he can quickly burn out and end up not achieving what he wanted. So just be aware of that. Knight of Fire is also about passion and adventure. So this could be referring to a kind of romantic or sexual relationship for you. It can also be about creativity and about sudden travel, especially business travel. So you may find yourself traveling somewhere soon, or it's saying that if you've been having the urge to travel and this is a good time to do that, start planning. Just book somewhere, you know, research somewhere and then book somewhere. And the Page of Fire is about creativity. It's also about passion, but more like excitement than passion, because it's that more childlike variant of it. So creativity, confidence, being really fun, playful, enjoying yourself, and possibly embarking on a new creative or business endeavor, you know, something that is going to really get you excited when you get out of bed in the morning, excited to see what's going to come. You're really looking forward to something if you say yes to something. So this is your Oracle of the Mermaids card. You've got the Crane Bag. This is about removing things that you no longer need from your life. So if your house is quite cluttered, for example, clear it out, throw a few things out that you no longer need. If your social life is a bit cluttered, if there are people taking up a lot of your space and time but who aren't giving anything back to you, then remove them, or, you know, unfollow people on Facebook so you don't see their feeds all the time if that is something that's really getting you down or making you compare yourself to them or just making you feel like they're always popping up for you. Then just make that conscious choice. It's about making a choice as well, that card. So now we've got your Moonology cards. You've got luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is also a fire sign. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you've got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, so very strong fire energy here. So luck is on your side is saying that if there's something you've been thinking about doing, now is the right time to do it. You've got all of this positive energy surrounding you right now in your aura. That's going to say now is a good time to embark on that. And a fiery climax approaches. This can be something relationship-wise, that something's going to get a lot better and a lot more passionate in your relationship. It can also be about arguments as well, because obviously passions, it's not just about love and excitement, it's also about kind of being triggered and anger, that kind of thing. So it can be about heated discussion and arguments as well, but it's saying that something fiery and passionate is on its way for you. So now you have two Sacred Traveler Oracle cards as well. Ooh, you've got faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. So travel is definitely a theme here for you. And whenever I look at this card, I think of China, Hong Kong, Singapore, because of these boats. If you're watching this when I'm publishing it, then probably China isn't the best place to travel at the moment, but maybe put it in your plans for the future. Faraway places. So this is not necessarily traveling just to the nearest country or to another region in your own country. It's like long distance travel, discovering something that's really new and exciting and exotic for you. So that's really super exciting. Like I said, I just moved to Russia. Before that, I lived in Germany, and I'm a traveler by nature. I was in China in September. Really, really beautiful place to be. Yeah, I love traveling. It's wonderful. Awesome. Do it. Do it now. And surrendering to the journey, release control. And interesting, because this is also about a journey. Like this person's just setting out on their boat and drifting away. So release control. This is about surrendering to the divine. So if you're trying to manifest something, just ask for what you want and then let it go. Don't repeatedly ask for it or repeatedly worry about whether it's coming or not or when it's coming. Just ask for it and release it, because that's how manifestation works. And I love this card. This is actually the card that's on the front of the box of this deck. But you see there's this beautiful lantern here that's lighting this traveler's way. This traveler is looking at this wonderful new horizon for himself. Because I love this deck so much. It's one of my favorite decks. And it says that life is a journey, and it's so true. And you've got this lovely little owl watching him, which represents wisdom and kind of also like ancestors and guides watching over you as you journey. And there's this beautiful, beautiful big moon. This castle in the distance as well, and the forest and the snow. It's just beautiful. So there's definitely an element of travel here for you. That's something that's going to be a possibility for you. So please do book. If you've been worried about traveling, or if you've been wondering whether you should book a journey to somewhere, then the answer is yes, do it now. Make sure you've researched everything, but do it now, because you're really going to enjoy that. And just in general, release control. Don't be trying to control everything in your life, because you can't. You know, that's very freeing actually, to acknowledge that you can't control everything. So let's look at these Angelskaya Klíče cards now. These are little check cards that I picked up in Prague. Again, travel. So this says, Vydej se za svým cílem. And this is saying, go after your goal. So I really feel that there's something you've been wanting to achieve, that you've been thinking of, whether it's this travel or whether it's like a creative or business thing. There's something you've been wanting to do, and you've been holding yourself back from it from whatever reason. But it's saying luck is on your side, and just go for it. That's what it's saying, go after your goal. And you've got věřte. Okay, this is believe. And this angel has his hand on his heart, and he's believing. So believe that you can do it and that things will come about positively for you. Okay, let's look at some charms for you now, get some more information. So group number 3, what should you be focusing on right now? Okay, so you've got meditation, and this can be about yoga, but for me this is about making sure you've thought things through. Like I was saying, that hanged man energy, making sure that you have really thought it through and then going for it. You've got the galaxy here, which is about seeing stars, you know, being blinded by something. It's saying make sure that you have all of the information and that you're not living in a fantasy or anything like that. If this is about travel or about a person, then make sure you have all of the information before you move ahead, but it is telling you to move ahead. You have this apron which came off one of my worry dolls, so there is some slight worry here, but perhaps not too strong. There's Leo here, so really strong fire energy, my goodness. You could be a Leo, sun, moon, rising, or someone else in this situation could be a Leo, or they could be called Leo. That's happened to me before. Or like Leonard, Lionel, Aslan, that kind of thing, something related to like a lion. There's H and S as your initials today. So that could be a first name, surname, or place. Place, perhaps, in relation to your question. You've got fearless, so be fearless. Don't be afraid. Go for what you want. Go in search of your goal. There's music here, so there could be a musical connection. This is also just about singing for joy, being really happy. And the Black Knight, this is an unexpected stranger, or it's about someone who's not showing their true identity, their true motives. So maybe a new person is going to come unexpectedly into your life. Maybe a Leo that you'll meet while you're traveling, I don't know. Oh my god, wouldn't that be amazing if you met like a Leo whose name began with H while you're traveling, who's a musician? That would be wonderful. That would just be everything. But there's someone that you'll meet through traveling, and this could be like this Knight of Fire person, because obviously this is a knight. So that's interesting. You've also got Ganesha. So if you'd like to work with this god, then he's saying that he's coming out for you in this reading, and he's willing to connect with you and help you in your situation. So he is the god of wisdom and knowledge. And someone told me also that he is a god of healing, like taking away worries, making things better. So I didn't know that before, but apparently that's also one of his aspects. So that's really interesting. So if you want to work with him through prayer, meditation, then do so if you feel called to do that. You've also got another elephant, which is interesting, which is about inner wisdom, listening to what your inner voice is telling you, your intuition. You have winter or Christmas time here. Hope. So maybe you're going to be booking a travel for winter time. You have protection here, big protection from the angels. You've got a key, so a solution to something. You've got fairy help surrounding you as well. And this is also about someone who is really unique, like not very mainstream, maybe a bit of a hippie or alternative in some way. So again, that could be someone that you meet or someone who helps you. You've also got Father Christmas here. So again, Christmas, winter time. You've got skeleton, and this is about skeletons in the closet. So things from your past that you're ashamed of, or that are hurtful to you, or just in general negative to you. That might be what's holding you back from doing something, or that might be affecting the way you act. There's also dreams and intuition with this moon, so you may be getting downloads in your dreams. This is also just saying like you have a very strong intuition, you need to listen to it. There's healing with this starfish, because starfish grow back their limbs that they've lost. There's also ink pot, which is creativity. So interesting that it's landed on the creative page of fire. There is a creative aspect to this here. There's a star charm, so hope, faith, guidance, being on the right path. There's a love heart. And the Eiffel Tower is also about romance. So it can be about France, maybe going to France or to a French-speaking country, or going on a French course. It can be about someone whose name is French, or who is French, speaks French, has French family history, that kind of thing. But it is about romance as well. You have the watering can, which is about nurturing. And the birdhouse, this little bird, his mouth is open, he's calling to his friends. So it's about like calling people into your life. You have protection and faith here with this cross. And again, this is a part of the same worry doll who seems to have really unraveled himself. So again, worries, like vague worries, are affecting you. You have transformation here, this butterfly. So setting down boundaries will really bring you transformation, and a wish come true. The shooting star is about a granted wish. So that's really wonderful information for you here, group number 3. I hope this resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments if it did. Please leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to me if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any new videos that I post. And now you need to go back to the introduction and choose a gnome if you haven't done that already, or just go down into the description box or into the comments section to jump to the link with whichever gnome you've chosen, because that's going to give you some more insight into your situation, some more advice, using the Tower of the Gnomes and some other cards. So really exciting. I'm going to start doing that now, so I'll see you in whichever gnome pile you've chosen. Hey there everyone who chose Gismund as their gnome. Welcome to the second part of your reading. So we're going to take a look in the gnome bag and see what Gismund has to say about your situation. So we're going to see what his advice is to you, and I'm super excited to use the Tower of the Gnomes that I bought today. Thank you so much to the lovely lady who is supporting me on Patreon. It means so much to me. So let's see what you should be focusing on right now. So let's do your Gnome Tarot, and then you've got a Whispering Woods card, and this is from the Saviete Lososya deck that I bought today, the advice from a salmon. Okay, so your Gnome Tarot, what you should be focusing on right now, you've got Trojka Bulavy, Podkatovka. So this is 3 of Wands. And it says here preparation. And what I wasn't sure if I would like about these cards is that they don't always seem to match up to the traditional meaning of the tarot. So, for example, this to me looks more like the 10 of Wands, but it's 3 of Wands. And you know, the meaning, the word at the bottom doesn't always match up for me, but I kind of like it. It's really quirky and original. So the 3 of Wands is about travel and about long-term, like looking at the future, what you can do, making plans. Not firm plans yet, but kind of prospecting, looking at what's available to you. And this may feel overwhelming for you with the picture that we've got here. It may feel like a lot of things to consider. Maybe like you've got a lot of options, or you just don't know what you want. Or maybe just looking far into the future is scary or stressful for you. But you've got the word podkatovka, preparation. And so it's saying to you that you need to prepare for something. You need to make sure that you're not doing everything on a whim, that you've made your preparations for something. And you've also got Korolieva Bulav, Vdохновение. So 2 Wands cards. This is the Queen of Wands. And this says inspiration down at the bottom. So if you got the Queen of Wands in your reading, because there was one pile that got the Queen of Wands, then this is a double message for you. So the Queen of Wands can be about inspiration. So this is about creativity, being inspired to do something, maybe to do something for other people, like not necessarily for yourself, but it could be in a creative context as well, and getting creativity from this. If there's something you wanted to do, maybe you've got the inspiration to do it, but you don't have the drive to keep doing it in like a practical sense. So maybe, for example, you want to write a story or a book, and you've got all of the ideas, but you just haven't got the willpower to sit down and write something. Or maybe you write stuff, but then you can't bear the thought of editing it. It's that kind of thing. And it's saying that you need both of these aspects in order to bring about what you need. So, for example, you may have an idea of what you want to do in the future in terms of career or where you want to travel to, that kind of thing. But you need to then do the admin, the boring side, like looking up pros and cons of that particular job, looking into salaries, where you would live, or looking up the safety of the area, looking up flight options, accommodation options, dates, that kind of thing. And it can take a lot of the fun out of things like that, but it's saying that it's an essential part of what you're doing. So let's look at your Whispering Woods card now. I'm so happy with these cards. Teach, inspire others, and let nature be your greatest teacher. That's so interesting that you've got the word inspire here. Inspiration and inspire. So there's something about you know, being inspired or inspiring other people. And teaching, maybe you've got a skill or a talent or knowledge that you could teach. Maybe you are a teacher, or you want to be a teacher. Or this could be just in general, like more of an informal thing, tutoring people, showing people how to do things that you know how to do. Like maybe you play an instrument, or proofreading something for someone, you know, someone's thesis or something, that kind of thing. If someone needs to submit an application for something, proofreading it for errors or style, that kind of thing. Or it could just be in general, like showing people how to live a good life, like leading by example. That's what I'm hearing here with this. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. And let's look at this other new deck of cards, Savieti Lososya, Advice from a Salmon. There's something about like a salmon of wisdom in Russian folklore. In Celtic folklore, there's actually like, there's always a trout that can speak, and it's like a really wise trout. I don't know if there's a salmon as well, but there seems to be this kind of fascination with fish that are wise, that can speak. Maybe it's because they're from the ocean, which is such a different place to where we live, and it's like, oh, you have this knowledge. I don't know. I'm pretty sure salmon actually only live in rivers. I'm not sure about trout. Maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. But anyway, let's look at this card. I'm not good with fish. Rasti vverch. Okay. Grow upwards. That's a nice picture and a nice message. So you've got this plant here, and there's all these other plants that are much more stilted. Like this one here is just like growing up a bit, but not quite. And this is like a tiny, tiny little plant. And there's even kind of roots in this picture, and with like up symbols and also down symbols as well. But it's like, it's not really taking hold very much. And then there's this wonderful plant that's just like blooming. Really wonderful, and that's you. And there's also 10 and a circle. And that makes me think of 10 of Pentacles, like that kind of abundance and stability, security, but it's not meant to be like that, so that's just making me think of that. I don't know what these represent. There's no guidebook with this. You're meant to do it all intuitively, so take from it what you will. But I'm seeing it as growth for you and success, this kind of expansion creatively and in your career. This is really positive. I like this. So grow upwards, keep growing, allow your light to shine. Teach others, show others what you're capable of doing, lead by example, but also remember that it's not just about having inspiration, it's also about having that practical side to you, as boring or as stressful as that might be. So I hope this was helpful for you, Gismund's group. I hope it makes sense to you and resonated with you. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. Please leave me a like, subscribe to my channel. Maybe share this video with a friend if you found it helpful. And yeah, do check out my Patreon page, my Etsy page for private readings. There is also a tier on my Patreon page where you get a monthly reading with me every single month. Included, as well as like everything else in the other tiers, so that's really fun. Yeah, check it out, and I'll see you in another video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. Hey everyone who picked Gunvald as your gnome, welcome to the second half of your reading. Come and say hello. Hello. So we're gonna see what Gunvald has to say about your situation. We're gonna look in the gnome bag and see what cards are in here for you. So you've got Tower of the Gnomes, which I'm so excited to use. You've got the Whispering Woods Oracle, and you've got these new Savieti Lososya cards, which are Advice from a Salmon. So that's, you know, something new as well. So your Tower of the Gnomes cards, let's see what you should be focusing on right now. So you've got Pětiorka Monety, which is the 5 of Pentacles, and it says here krach, which is ruin. It's like having nothing. And you see this gnome is like emptying out his pockets. There's nothing there. His shoes are all shabby. His clothes are tatty. His trousers are too small for him. And it's like feeling like you don't have enough. And it could be that you feel you don't have enough money, but it could be something else. Like you just feel unworthy of something. You have low self-worth at the moment. Maybe you're believing, if people are telling you that you're not worthy of something, you're believing them. And it's saying that you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be focusing on this lack mentality, because that is just leading you to have more lack. So let's see what your other card says, because it's going to be like a big clarifier. Okay. Семерка монеты. Сокровища. So 7 of Pentacles, and it says treasure here. But I'm not really getting the feeling of treasure from this, because you see like she's biting the gold to make sure it's real. She's not seeing its worth. She's just seeing it as like, you know, gold like a commodity. She's not seeing the value behind it. All she cares about is whether it's real gold or not. So this could be to do with money, okay? Because you've got two cards that are strongly about money. And, you know, this isn't like the normal Seven of Pentacles meaning, which is something I wasn't sure I would like about these cards, because they're not always about like the same, they don't seem to match up all the time with the normal tarot meanings, but I kind of like it. I like how it gives a different slant to our readings. So this is something like you have things that you're not valuing because you're too busy coveting something else or wishing you were better. You're not seeing your own true worth, or you're not seeing the value in what you already have. So it's saying bring that focus away from others and back onto you. So let's look at your Whispering Woods Oracle card. You've got joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. So this is about just enjoying your life. If you got the reading that had the Joy and Delight card, and this is like an extra special message for you, that you need to make sure you're doing things that you enjoy, because that's so important for you right now. So do things that bring you joy. Spend time doing hobbies, meeting people that really bring value into your life, people who don't put you down but who really want the best for you. They don't offload all their problems onto you and leave you feeling drained. They really care about you, and it's a balanced relationship. So let's look at your Savieti La Socia cards now, advice from a salmon. So you've got K novoj жизни, to a new life, okay? So this bird, this clockwork bird, is like flying away to a new life, away from everything that he knows, everything that's similar to him. He's flying out into the real world, which is interesting. So this is saying like try something new, and that there's a new life and a new way of thinking around the corner for you if you open up to that, if you allow yourself this freedom, if you do things that might scare you because they're so different to what you've done before, you will enjoy it. And it's 11 of arrows here, so there's no guidebook with these cards. You're meant to read them entirely intuitively. So yeah, there's that. So I don't know what that's meant to mean, but just take that however you want it to mean. And interesting, there's this tower in the background, which is a bit like this arrow shape, and the tower is like people being trapped in their own beliefs, and this bird is like freeing itself from the matrix here. So you've also got Божечки, which is gods, but like little gods. It's gods in the diminutive. So this person is like calling upon gods, and it's that's diamonds, standing in the middle of this altar. So I see you trying to bring help somehow into your life, but to me, I'm not sure. Божечки feels a little bit disparaging because it's not Bogie, it's Божечки. It's a diminutive. I'm feeling like it's saying there's no need for you to like look outside of yourself for help, because you have everything that you need already. Like, continue to pray, and definitely continue to meditate if you're a spiritual person, but it's saying don't hinge all of your needs on friends, family, God, a romantic partner, that kind of thing, because you are capable of doing this yourself, and that's going to be the big message for you. You're going to really appreciate the worth of this wonderful new life that you receive, and really revel in the joy of that when you know that you have achieved it by yourself. That's what I'm getting from that card. And you also have Спрашивай себя, ask yourself. Okay, and this is 12 of crosses, 12 X's. And there's like this whale man with a beard, like an old man, and he looks quite wise. There's all these bubbles with question marks rising out of them. Oh, there's all these little people. I didn't realize this at the bottom. These little blob people who seem to be gathered, like asking him. He's so much bigger than them. And there's like this wheel as well that's maybe generating these bubbles. It seems to be like, don't be like other people who are turning to others for guidance. You have all of this guidance yourself. You are this person that is the wise one. You are this person that has the knowledge and the guidance of what you need. And it's saying that you don't need other people to help you. Like, I'm not saying cut people out or anything like that, but I'm saying you don't need the help of others. You already have everything you need in yourself. And the real strong message I'm getting from this second half of your reading is independence. Gunvald's group, it's saying believe in yourself, believe in what you're able to do, because that's going to bring you so much joy and so much success and happiness. So please, please do that. So I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope you like the new cards that I've got. Again, that is thanks to the support that I'm getting on Patreon. I'm really, really happy about that. And if you'd like to be generous like that, then please do head over to my Patreon page. There's lots of cool rewards over there, like I said in the introduction. And one of the tiers involves getting a reading from me each month, like a free reading from me every single month, and everything else that's included in all the other tiers. So do check it out if you're feeling called to. That would really make my day to connect with you over there. And like I said, I will be filming another video soon for my Patreon page. So if this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe as well. Maybe share this reading with a friend if you found it helpful. If you want to book a private reading with me, then go to the link to my Etsy page that's in the description box below. Also, you can win readings with me on my Patreon page, or like I said, sign up to the highest tier, which involves getting a reading from me each month, so that we kind of like build up a relationship. So whatever you're feeling called to do, please do that and have a wonderful day. Please take these messages on board, because it's really telling you to believe in yourself and believe in what your inner voice is telling you, your intuition. Yeah, please take that on board, because you're going to see wonderful rewards from that. So I hope to see you in another video. Gunvald's group, have an amazing day. See you later. Bye bye. Hey everyone who picked Geir as their gnome, welcome to the second part of your reading. So let's take a look in the gnome bag and see what Geir has to say about your situation. Okay, what advice he's going to give you about what you should do, what you should be focusing on right now. So what's in here? Okay, we've got 2 Tarot of the Gnomes cards. So excited to use those. We've also got a Whispering Woods Oracle card and 3 Sovieti Lososya cards. Okay, so these new Russian cards that I've picked up. So let's look at your Tower of the Gnomes first, what you should be focusing on right now. Isn't this beautiful? It's actually quite Russian in design, even though the cards aren't originally Russian. So you've got Rytsar Chash, Obolshenia. Okay, so this is the Knight of Cups, and it says here seduction. So there was a group that got kind of seductive vibes in their reading. So if that's you, then this is kind of repeating that for you. He's riding on a badger, which is interesting, and he's looking like really determined to do what he's going to do. So this is the Knight of Cups, and like I said, the Knight of Cups is here, it's about seduction. And what I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy about these cards is that the meanings don't always match up or seem to match up to the traditional tarot meanings, like the words that are printed on them and the pictures that are on the cards. But I think I'm going to enjoy it actually. It's going to give like a different slant to our readings. So the Knight of Cups is obviously about emotions, often about an emotional offer, and I find that it often means someone's feeling overwhelmed, but it can mean that someone's feeling really infatuated or in love with someone. And here it's about seduction as well, so you might be trying to seduce someone, or you might be feeling seduced by a person or by an idea. So let's see if this card can clarify anything for us. So Четвёрка чаши, традиция. Okay, 4 of Cups, and it says here tradition. So 4 of Cups isn't normally about tradition. It's normally about kind of apathy, missing an opportunity, boredom. But this is interesting. Maybe you're feeling called to join a certain group or religion, or way of doing things. Like you're kind of feeling seduced into a tradition. Maybe you're finding that you're doing things more in the way that your family brought you up to do them, even though you've moved away from that kind of thing. This is really interesting because this is a very religious symbol. So you may be drawn into being more spiritual or more religious. That's what I'm seeing here. Or it may be that you're being seduced by something that, or someone that isn't in line with your normal type, or isn't in line with the kind of person your family would accept for you, or someone from a different culture, that kind of thing. Okay. I love these cards so much. So let's look at your Whispering Woods Oracle. And you've got woods. Be like the woods, calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. Okay, so there's some kind of call to be kind of like a mysterious figure in someone's life. Don't give too much away. Let people think of you as being mysterious and quiet and quite a gentle force. It's quite a mysterious card in itself, that, because it's kind of hard to fully understand it, but if you kind of think about this message, then you'll get your own meaning from that, because it's going to be different for everyone, what they're going to be called to do. And like I was saying, I'm so pleased that I have these cards. They're so, look at the little gnomes, it's so cute. It looks just like him. And yeah, I'm so grateful to the lovely lady who's supporting me on Patreon so that I can buy these cards. Really, really show us some love in the comments if you can. Wonderful. And if you're feeling generous, then do head over to my Patreon page. There is a tier, the top tier, which gets you a personal reading with me every month, and you also get all of the other benefits in the tiers, so that's really cool if you want to check that out. And like I said, there's monthly prize draws to win readings with me, so if you're in the top tier, you get entered into that as well. So you get like a chance to have 2 readings per month. So these cards are the Saviete Lososia cards, and there's no guidebook that comes with this, so you just got to do it all intuitively. So this says, Ukusil Zachvost, he bit his tail, and it's 5 of crosses. So you've just got to interpret this intuitively. This makes me think of the Ouroboros, the snake that bites its own tail. It's kind of like eating its own tail, although here he's not. But all the other snakes, or eels, maybe? They seem to be underwater. They're biting at like other things. But this, he's biting his own tail. And it's this feeling of cycles that I'm getting. Like maybe you've been going round and round in the same cycles and you're trying to break free of that. Maybe you're trying to break free of a certain tradition. Or something that's been a theme all of your life, you're breaking free of that. Or maybe certain patterns of behavior or thinking are coming back to you that you've had in the past. So you've also got Babananu. This is kind of hard to translate. This means like in banana, or like in a banana-like way. Like, yeah, this is weird. This is 5 of arrows, so you've got 2 5s here. And this, to me, this card just means nonsense. Like, total silliness and having fun, that kind of thing. Just doing what you want to do, even if it makes you seem like an idiot. Even like if your friends shake their heads and they're like, what are you doing? Like, just enjoy yourself, get back to that childlike energy and just have some silly fun, because that's going to bring you a lot of joy. This is so funny. This is like my favorite card already. Yeah, there's a key here and there's like gears and springs, and it's like they've kind of broken free of these fixtures, these kind of machines. They've become individuals doing whatever they want. And your other card is Nabirai Visotu, and that is gain height, and it says 7 of arrows, and this is a really beautiful card. I'm pretty straightforward compared to the other 2. Gain height, like rise up, let your light shine, be an example to others, do what you want to do that's gonna let your heart sing, because that's gonna kind of rise you up elevate you, elevate your position. I'm also kind of feeling, because this reminds me of a card with a hot air balloon from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. It's like looking at the bigger picture, like rising up above everything that you're in so that you can see the bigger picture. So if that resonates with you, then take that message on board as well. I love hot air balloons so much. So I hope this was helpful for you, Gaia's group. I hope this gave you some more insight and clarity into your situation. This is just the best card ever. I love it. I'm so pleased that you've got this card. Yeah, if it resonated with you, then let me know in the comments. Let me know how. Please leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe so that you don't get you don't miss out on any videos that I post in the future. And yeah, if you want to book a private reading with me, then the link to my Etsy shop is in the description box below. You can find that. And yeah, just take the messages on board that you've had in this reading today. Like, make some notes if it's a lot of messages coming through for you, or like go back and watch it again if you need to. Just take it all on board, because this is important for you. This is like important things that you need to focus on, that's going to bring you joy and happiness and success in the near future. So again, have a lovely day, Gaia's group. Really take this on board, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye. Hey there everyone who picked Gjord as their gnome. Welcome to the second part of your reading. So let's see what Gjord has to say about your situation. We're going to look in the gnome bag and see what he has for you, telling you what you need to focus on right now. Oh, there's actually something still in there. Okay. Yeah, you got an incredible amount of cards, Gjord's group. Like, look at all of these cards. I wanted 2, okay, and all of these came out. So these are your Tarot of the Gnome cards. And then you've got a Whispering Woods Oracle card and 2 Savieti Lososia cards, which I got today as well. So let's look at all of these Tarot of the Gnome cards first and see what Gjord wants to say to you about what you should be focusing on right now. So you've got Kolesnica, the Chariot, and this gnome is called Sank. So the Chariot. You've also got Sila, and this gnome is Kantavranos. Kaitavranos. That's a really long name. So Sila is strength. Sorry if I didn't say that. You've also got Kolyeso, the Wheel of Fortune, and this is Yaudim. So you've got quite a lot of mages coming through. Interesting. And then you've got Desyatka Chashi, Odpusk, so the 10 of Cups, and it says holiday down here. And then you've got Page Chash, so the Page of Cups, and Flubionist. I don't know if there is a word for that specifically in English, like just one word, but it means the state of being in love. So like being in love. And you've got another major, Pravasudia, Justice, and this gnome is called Helga. So a German name there, because gnomes are German originally. So 4 majors, my goodness. So let's take a look at what we've got. I mean, we've got Cancer, Leo, and Libra energy here, Sun, Moon, Rising. So Kolesnica, the Chariot, this is about being, well, it's not only about being pulled in 2 different directions, and it's about achievements, major achievements, focusing on goals. But here I don't think he's being pulled in different directions. Like this gnome Sank, he's really going forward, like he's almost coming out of the card towards us, like he's whipping these little bunnies that are dragging him, like he's really focused on getting to where he wants to go. So this is saying have this focus on your goals, like don't take your eye off the ball, really be focused on what it is that you want to do. And then this gnome Kaitavranos, strength, this is about here really going for what you want. Like, as I've said to the other groups, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like about these cards that the pictures and the meanings of the cards don't always seem to match up to the traditional tarot meanings, but I actually like it. Wow, someone is driving really fast outside. Sorry, I live like right in the center of a major city in Russia. Like, it's a really main road, so I'm sorry if that's really loud. So yeah, this is strength. And like I was saying, like, they don't always seem to match up to the traditional meanings. But I like it, actually. It's giving like a different slant to our readings. So strength is normally about emotional and spiritual strength, but here it's like, it's physical strength. She's like really wrenching this lizard's mouth open to get what she wants. Like, presumably he's swallowed like a ring or something that she wants back. So this is like saying, I'm going to take actually spiritual and emotional strength as well, but it's saying like, you have the drive to push through and push forward. So even if you don't feel like you can focus on your goals right now, maybe you're being, you're having to focus on friends or family members, or just other things like practical issues are getting in the way. It's saying that you do have the strength to do that. So just forge ahead with what it is that you want to achieve. And then you have колесо, so the wheel, and this gnome Yaudim. And this is like a strange kind of, it almost looks like runic, these symbols, and like how it's carved out of wood. It looks really primal. I really like it. So the wheel, it's obviously the wheel of fortune, and that means like a really important thing coming to you, like your destiny is coming to you. Like a change in fortune as well, but for the better. So a sudden forward movement. And yeah, it's about like coming into right alignment, coming into harmony with everything and being a part of the whole, like feeling connected and at one with the universe. There's so many different things on this wheel, but he is like somehow connected to all of it. So that's really interesting. Then we've got the 10 of Cups, and this isn't normally about holidays. It's normally like, I like to call it the happily ever after card. But what I see about this is like, because it says holiday, отпуск, it makes me think like possibly traveling or just relaxing a bit will open up some kind of like positive energy for you. It's going to help bring you into right alignment. And there's a boar here, so you might want to look up the boar spirit animal. So that's interesting. Something about holidaying, relaxing, traveling. There was a group that got traveling really strongly, so if that was your group, then take it on board. Just book that flight. Just go. Seriously. Stop hesitating. Just do it. I'm telling you. So then you have the Page of Cups, and it says being in love. So if you're in love with someone right now, then this is like a good omen for that. And it's saying like follow your heart. But what I'm also getting from this card in general is like being in love with yourself and with your situation. Make sure that you're doing the things that feel right for you and that bring you joy. If you're not loving what you're doing, then it's not the right thing for you, because it's just going to bring you misery or just apathy. Like, you get more of what you put out. So if you're doing things that make you feel meh, then you're just going to get more meh, you know? So here we have Helga, and this is pravosudie, justice. So the justice card is about balancing something. Someone did get the justice card in their reading, so if that was you, then take this on board as like an extra powerful message. I'm definitely seeing some repeated cards here, which is why I like sometimes using 2 tarot decks to see if any messages come through really strongly. So justice, it's like balancing 2 people's needs and wants, balancing 2 sides of an argument, balancing your head and your heart, and coming to the right and fair decision. So do what you know is right. You know, don't sacrifice your needs and wants, but don't put other people first all the time. Do what you know is right, what your intuition is telling you to do. With regards to traveling, with regards to your goals, with regards to love, you're being guided is really what I'm feeling. You're really connected to that guidance. and there's going to be this wonderful positive change coming up for you, but you just need to follow your guidance. So let's look at your Whispering Woods Oracle card now. Uncertainty. The shades of grey within the fog will eventually lift. So this card to me is saying it's fine to not know how things are going to work out. Like, it's fine to have this uncertainty and this, in a way, worry. But just know that things will work out. Like it says, the shades of grey within the fog will eventually lift. You will know things when you need to. This is a card of divine timing as well. I keep being drawn back to this card for some reason. It's fine to not know everything all at once. And it's fine to not know everything in advance. You just need to come to terms with that. Be accepting of that. Be peaceful. Be at peace with that. This is telling you that it's fine that you're feeling uncertain at the moment. That's totally fine. And I'm really grateful to the lady supporting me on Patreon, because I just love these cards. Like, doesn't this just look like him? Like, it's got his colours. Red, green and white. Like, that's perfect. I love them. So thank you so much. Please show her some love in the comments, people. And also, if you want to be generous as well, go out and help me on my Patreon page. Do check that out. It would make my day to go and connect with you over there. So let's look at your Saviete Lososya cards now. So you've got Postav na Zaryadku. Now this, it also says 9 of Crosses down here. There's no guidebook for these cards. You just have to do it all intuitively. So take what you want from this. There's a seahorse here. So you might want to look up seahorse spirit animal as well as boar. But this is saying put it on charge is what it's saying. Postav na Zaryadku. So if you can't forge ahead with something right now, build up all the plans that you need to do for it. Prepare for it really strongly so that when the time is right, you can just go with it. Like, make sure that the energy is increasing, building momentum. You see this the seahorse is like being fueled up, ready to go for something. So get ready for something, even if you feel like you can't take that leap now. If you feel like other people are taking away from you, or your job, or practicalities, money, whatever, keep planning for it. Make that concrete plan. Save up money if you need to. But get ready for it, because it is going to come into your life. It's going to be something that you're going to have to do. It's going to bring you wonderful dividends. Just make sure you're prepared. And you've also got Tvoj Gjord upливает. Your city is floating away. And that's 6 of Crosses. So they're both crosses. And this is lovely, this whale with the city on it. I'm getting more than one message from this card, so take what resonates with you. One, I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, life is kind of running away from you, or opportunities are floating away from you because you're focusing too much on other people, or you're worrying about the practicalities of doing something. So don't let any more opportunities slip away from you. This is your city. This city is meant for you. Follow that whale. Like, go over there. Stop worrying about all of the stuff that's going on over here. Go over there where you're being called to. And that could be a travel thing as well. You're being called to travel to a different place. Possibly even moving house. Possibly. Maybe there's somewhere you've always wanted to live in, or there's somewhere you've been considering moving to, but you're like, oh no, I can't do it. I couldn't afford it. It would be too much hassle. People would be upset with me if I moved away from them. Do it. Is what I'm getting from this card. Do it. Start saving up now, start looking at options for moving, and then just be ready to go and do that. And also what I'm getting from this card, Tvoj Gjord upливает, your city is floating away. As I'm feeling you're going through like a shift of consciousness, you're changing who you are, you're going through this transformation, moving away from the old and into the new. And that's kind of been a message for the collective that I've been getting. Quite a few of the readings have been about moving away from the old and into a new life. And I'm seeing that for you here too, Gjord's group. So if this resonated with you, please do let me know in the comments below. Please leave me a like if you enjoyed this reading. and subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on any new videos that I post. If you want to book a private reading with me, my Etsy page is in the description box below. And please take these messages from both parts of your reading. Please take them on as you move forward in your day and in your life in general. Like, make some notes if you want to, go back and watch it again if you've forgotten, or like if it's too many messages coming through. Because this is really important for you. This is things that you need to be focusing on right now that are going to bring you prosperity, happiness, enjoyment. So please, please, please do take this on. Do take it on board, because this is like your action plan. This is your blueprint for what you're going to do that's going to bring you good stuff in the future, the near future. So yes, with that being said, have a lovely day, Gjord's group. Really go out and enjoy yourselves. Follow your heart, follow what you need to do, what you're being called to do, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.